Hi everyone! If you have been watching my videos, I have been playing with the Extraordinary Flora Bundle. And today I am going to show you how I made this card. And I took ideas from the catalog. So in the catalog, on page 84 is 85, it's the bundle. And I took this idea and I turned it into a different kind of card. So I am using Strawberry Slush from the new In Colors. So this one is made with the basic white cardstock, and I used basic white when I ran these through the die with the amazing washi tape. So if you've seen in my last videos, there are two different colors that come with the washi tape. It's every other. So I'm using the pinks for this card, but it also comes with the purples. So it's amazing because you can get a lot of different kinds of cards out of it with different colors. So this is with the basic white, but the one I'm going to make for this video, I'm going to use very vanilla. So if you saw my video, I used window sheets for some of the die cuts. So for example, these are purple, but this has the basic white as the backing, and this has the window sheet backing on it. So I'm using the window sheet backing for the very vanilla, so you don't see white. It's more of a muted tone. All right, so here we go. Let's see, I'm going to put that over there so you can see it. I can see it as I'm putting my cards together. So it's pretty simple. Once you run the washi tape through the Big Shot, I ran it through once with the washi tape, and then I ran it through once with this stamped image on very vanilla cardstock. So I'm going to be using the washi tape with the window sheet as the background. So I took I made my own template for this. I used a 3x4 piece of cardstock, and then I just figured out where the middle was, and I used a pencil, and then I used this to make the one that I'm using for the card. This one's a little bit smaller because I changed my mind. I changed my mind a lot. All right, so before I put this on the Strawberry Slush, I am going to lay out the way I would like these to look. And when I'm doing that, I like to use the liquid glue because it's a little forgiving, and you can move things around a little bit if you need to. So I'm going to move this up just a tiny bit. So I'm going to start by using some liquid glue and lightly placing it on there. And that way I can stick other things underneath it, and I can move it around if I need to. So this one I am going to put up on a dimensional. And let's see, it kind of goes like that. I don't want to cover up a lot of the flowers, so I'm going to keep it like that. And then I'm going to take this one and kind of just scooch it in because these are not completely dry yet. You do have to realize when you are using window sheets, they don't stick as well as I actually am going to need some snail for this. So I'm going to get a little bit of snail so it stays. And let's see how we're doing here. Stick that like that. Okay, much better. You just have to play around with things a little bit, okay? And then this went up on dimensionals. You should see my floor when I'm done. Don't always get everything in the garbage can. All right, so I'm just gonna place this, center it like that. Looking good. Okay, so I don't have a lot of the new stamps. So I did have the Friends for Life bundle. So I am using the Thank You. And I used the die, this die right here, to make the sentiment that you see right there, to make the background. So I've already made one, but just to show you, I like to run it through. Sometimes I like to run it through and then stamp it. Other times I like to stamp it and run it through. But that particular die is not see-through, so you can't see where you're lining it up. So for this one, it's better to stamp it after. This is a photopolymer stamp, so sometimes it's better if you stamp it on this mat. I just didn't use it for a small sentiment like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna just take my paper snips, snip that off, and that's going to go here. Looking good. There's a tiny little hole there, so I'm gonna move it up just a tiny bit. That's what I love about the liquid adhesive, because you can play around with it a little bit. Okay, while I have that open, I am going to stamp my sentiment inside my card. Thankful Garden. So the Thankful Garden has Thankful for You, Friend. And that's where I got that sentiment from. But use what you have. And you might not want a thank you card. You might want a happy birthday or a congratulations. Whatever you need. Sometimes I don't stamp anything in it. Sometimes I wait and see what I want. Sometimes I might not put that sentiment in it either. Okay, so now I'm going to put the rest of my card together. And that's all that I need for stamping, because I am going to use what I die cut with the washi tape for the rest of my card. Now you might notice, I'm gonna get some wipes, I got a little bit of ink in the corner of my other card right when I was finished. It never fails, so I'm going to wipe my hands off first after I'm done stamping, because I do not want to do that again. They're stuck to me. All right, so I put the big one near the bottom. Doesn't have to be exact. I put this one over here. You can also use any other kind of embellishments, but it's always nice to add something else to the card. Okay, I like it. Now I am going to, do you see what I did inside? I just decorated it with what I already have that I already ran through. Sometimes I like to call myself the crooked stamper, because I do things sometimes a little crooked. Look how pretty that is, just from running that washi tape through one time. And what I also did with my other card was I added one on the outside of the envelope, and then on the back of the envelope I added more. So how fun is that? 2 really cute cards. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget, get all kinds of crafty. All right, have a great day.